Now, up in the higher elos or maybe even the lower elos, you might experience rounds where, let's just say T wants to just run out upper B and just duel this site all by himself. And if you're the B anchor, you might have trouble with this because you're going to be relying on your aim to take this aim duel. But a way to counter this is to just play around objects. Let's say I was just sitting here jump spotting B and all of a sudden I see this guy start running at me. I can just play around objects and totally bamboozle this guy because he's going to be running out trying to find me, and I can just walk around these objects, get behind him, and just get a nice free easy kill without necessarily having to aim. Now, I talked about this in another video where I called it the chain method, where you're pretty much chaining yourself to an object, but this is kind of a different scenario where you're not just choosing one object specifically, because there's multiple objects that you can play around. Where if I was the A anchor and I wanted to just hard hold palace because maybe someone was in ramp, I could just sit here, play around this object, get a kill, and if there was more, I could just choose other objects to pretty much dance around. Because once someone is coming out palace, if they want to come to the site, they obviously have to either go down the ladder or they have to jump off balcony. And you can just sit here and play ring around the rosy with this guy until you can get a nice good duel where you're simply just behind them and just bamboozle them. And I know this works in the lower elos especially because people love to just spread out around the map. Now, if you are in the higher elos, it might be a little bit more trickier, but just trying to play around objects and trying to bamboozle an opponent is a lot easier than relying on aim if you don't even have aim at all.